Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Augustina. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, if you are a cross watcher, I appreciate you for stopping by. I hope you'll stay and be part of this community by subscribing below, clicking the bell button if you like what I do, so that anytime I upload new content, you'll be the first to be notified. And don't forget to share this video, leave your comments below. Today is a story time. For quite some time now, I'm thinking of making this video, sharing a part of me that many people don't know. It is easy to say, I know you. It is easy to call somebody your friend. And sometimes I wonder, how can you say that somebody is your friend when you don't even know the person very well? To be friend or to be in friendship with somebody means that you have bond with that person in one way or the other at some level, okay? And which means when we talk of bonding, it means that you know that person to a certain level whereby you can, defend that person even in their absence. So today is a story time. I want you to, sit back and watch this video. Don't rush this video, okay? And watch till the end, because I really want to share part of me that many people don't know. And if you are part of this community, it is good that at least you know who I am or what I represent. When people look at me now, they say, I know her. People who are meeting me for the first time, and maybe after a while, they will say, I know that woman. People who have known me for like 5 years now, 4 years, 3 years, here in Italy, and they say, I know her. They know me maybe because they know the man I was living with, my ex-husband, right? They know me through him. All they know about us as husband and wife, she's a mother of 3 kids, she's a mother of 4 kids, depending, when they met us. So they know me as his wife, or they know him as my husband. In that context, that is all they know about me. If you ask them now, who is she? They will tell you, I know her. She's so person's mother. I know her daughter. She used to, go to the same school with my children. I know her children. I know her husband. Don't you know that man? That's her husband. I know them very well. I even know where they live, right? Some who have come to know me through, my business, they will say, yes, I know that woman. She has a boutique. Some will say, oh, I know her. She don't even have only one boutique. She has 2 boutiques. That was in the past. So those who came to know me through my business, they will say, I know her. She used to have boutiques here in Italy. And that's all they know about me. Ask them any other thing about me. They will not tell you, because they don't really know me. But then we say, I know her. Okay? And then if anything happens, they will judge you based on these facts that they know about you. These few facts that they know about you. And most especially, many will judge you based on what they have heard about you, not knowing the real story or the true story, not even minding to to dig deep, to come to really know what really happened. But they will just go with the few information that I've gathered about you, and then we say, I know you. I know that woman very well. I have heard she did this so time, she used to do that, so I know her. Well, today I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to waste much of your time any longer. I want to tell you just few things that you probably don't know about me, so that by the time you are tired of judging me, you can add more. You have more information to add, so that you will continue to judge me. I am not sharing this story because I want anybody to sympathize with me. I am not sharing this part of me, because anybody obliged me, or I am like being pushed to share it. I don't have any pressure in sharing this. Stories about our lives are not something that we just come out to share. You share it when you are ready to share. I thank God that I'm in that place where I'm vulnerable enough to not shy away from any part of my life, any part of my life experience or life story. If I feel like sharing it, and I'm ready, like right now, I'm ready to share this part of me that the public or the world, not even the public, but because I'm not much interested about the public, but because this social media, we all know that social media is something else. Not everything you see out there is real. People create contents and they put out there. And what do I mean by content? When you are living your life and at a point you decided to create a content out of that piece of your experience and you put it out on social media, that is content. You are creating content. Okay, you might not monetize that part of your content, but still it is content because it's a social media, and people don't always put their real life out there. They put what they want the world to see. They put the best part of their life there for the world to see, right? That's why I said I'm not so much interested in sharing my story just because of the public. I want to share my story because of you that is following me, okay? That I in one way or the other has been inspiring and motivating. If in one way or the other I have impacted your life in a positive way, I want you to, get to connect, to know me better, to connect with me in, at a deeper level, to say, yes, I know this woman. This is what I heard from her mouth. It's good to always hear from the horse's mouth before you start to judge somebody, before you start to tag somebody, before you start, to paint somebody, okay? So today I'm going to share what so many of you that are watching me today, that have judged me in one way or the other, probably not all. There are things you don't know about me. People who know me these few years now, or who are coming to know me maybe just in a few months, they have a few months back, they met me somewhere, in an occasion, during ceremonies, okay, during party or whatsoever, maybe during church gathering, then they have the opportunity to meet me there. And most especially women, they will judge you by your handbag. They will judge you by the shoe you wear. They will judge you by the clothes you wear. They will judge you by how you paint your nail or by the hair that you are wearing, right? And they will say things like, she likes to show, or this woman spends too much money on, shoes and handbags. Maybe they will see me carrying a Louis Vuitton handbag. Oh, she's carrying a Louis Vuitton. Maybe they will see me wearing a Gucci bag. Oh, she's carrying a Gucci bag. She's wearing that shoe. She's wearing that clothes. That last time she was wearing, a Louis Jo gown. This and that. And then they are not saying all these things from a place of love or admiration. Okay, they are not amazed. They are just envious of you. They are jealous of you. So before you start being jealous of me, before you start being envious of me, there is something about me that you don't know that I want to share with you in this video. So by the time you start judging and being envious or being jealous, then you prepare yourself for that part of karma, because karma will surely catch up with anybody that is eager to judge somebody based on their own insecurity, based on their own discomfort, based on their own based on their own envy and jealousy of that person. Then you want to condemn somebody that you don't know anything about. You want to judge them and tag them and paint them, destroy their image, tarnish their name, just because you feel you have mouth to, just because you feel you can do that. But what you don't know is that there is karma. Whatever you sow, you will reap. That's what your Bible says. What you sow is what you're going to reap. God is not mocked. You cannot mock God. What you sow, you will reap. If you are the type that is fast in judging people, then be ready to reap judgment when your time comes. If you are the type that likes to always criticize another person, you always find fault with whatever other people are doing, whatever they do with their life, you always have problem with that. You don't mind your own business. You mind everybody's business and you don't mind yours. Then get ready. By the time karma will catch up with you, you will not escape it, because that is law of nature. That's law of karma. You can't escape it. And your Bible confirms it. Your Bible supports it by saying that God is not mocked. So whatever you sow, God will bring it. You make sure that you reap it in abundance. So if you are the type that behaves in this way, be careful. It is time for you to stop it. First of all, they will condemn you and say you are being judgmental. I am not being judgmental. I'm just saying facts. I say things the way I see them. I say the things the way it is. I don't sugarcoat it. I drop it the way it is. Bomb. If you like it, you take it. If you don't like it, you leave it. But the truth has to be said. Sometimes you need to hit the nail on the head. Okay? So that doesn't make somebody being judgmental. I'm the kind of person that is direct when I want to say something. I don't know how to do panking yankee. I don't know how to do politics. I don't know how to, No, I say it the way it is. It is not being judgmental. It is time we begin to say the truth, speak the truth, look ourselves in the mirror and correct ourselves where we need to be, where we need correction. It is time we begin to change some certain mindsets, some certain habits that are polluting not only our lives, but the life of people that we come in contact with, the life of people that are around us. Especially we leaders, those that we are leading, we have to be mindful of how our mindsets, the words that comes out from our mouth, our belief system, it is polluting the people that we are leading. And that's why there's no success, there's no progress. We make 3 steps forward, and before we know it, we are 10 steps backward. You cannot, you cannot repel something and at the same time desire that thing. Many of you are afraid of success. Okay, you are afraid of success, but you want success. The same way people fear failure, the same way people fear success. Go and check for yourself, do research. The same energy that you put out when you fear failure is the same energy many people are putting out there because they fear success. These are the things that elude so many people. And when you are around somebody that secretly fears success, just the way they fear failure, the person is not progressing, the person is not making any, substantial progress and not creating any positive result in their life. And likewise, all of you that are around him as friends, that energy is polluting your own energy. You that are under his leadership, he or she is not, especially those in ministry, if your head is not succeeding, you yourself, you are struggling because the water flows from the head down. One, because the mindset is polluted, the mentality is polluted, and everything other thing that comes out from that person is surely polluted, full of envy, full of jealousy, full of insecurity, and all that they do. These are the foundation. The foundation is laid on jealousy, envy, gossip, judgment, and they will be the first to point finger and tell you that you are being judgmental. When you want to, bring out all these things, when you want to say things like this is what they are doing, they will say you are criticizing men and women of God. They will say you are becoming judgmental. They will start to attack you in one way or the other. But the truth has to be said. And so for those of you who are very ready to judge me, okay, before I will say what I want to say at the end of this video, I want to drop this with you people. Listen, you think you know me very well, but you don't know me. Why am I saying this? You know me now because you saw me with expensive handbag and you think you know me. You saw me wearing an expensive clothes and you think you know me. You saw me wearing expensive perfumes and you want to judge me because you feel you can judge me, you feel you know me very well. I don't know what you are struggling with. I don't know where you are, the level you are now in your life. But there's something I want to drop here. There's something I want to tell you. You know all these things, okay? You know that I wear expensive clothes, I wear expensive shoes, I wear expensive wristwatch, I wear expensive perfume. Okay, you know about all these things. Well, when I was coming to Europe, I used to sleep in an abandoned house. Abandoned house. That is not even the problem. The problem is that immediately it is 6 p.m. I cannot sleep again. I and my ex-husband, that we left Nigeria together because I left Nigeria together with him. He didn't came here first and then sent for me. Neither was I here first and then sent for him. We decided to come here together, and together we moved. Together we traveled. Okay? And we used to sleep under an abandoned house, abandoned building. And the reason we don't sleep in the night was as a result of cockroaches. Cockroaches will not allow us to sleep in the night. Immediately it is dark, they will start coming out. And I can bet you that you have never seen this type of cockroach. These cockroaches are, you can even call them grandmas and grandpas, because they are not just young cockroaches, they are very old and aged cockroaches. They can even read your mind. They can even know what you are about to do. Very big, brownish, reddish some. And that when they are moving their wings, you will hear the sound. When they are crawling, coming towards us, you will hear the sound of their crawl. You cannot sleep. It's so disgusting that you want to vomit your stomach out. You have to stay awake to make sure they don't touch your body until it is 5 a.m. in the morning. And once the first sun rises, immediately this first sun ray comes out, they will all disappear and went into their hiding places. And that's when you want to feel asleep, because now you are relaxed, now the fear has gone, but you cannot sleep because you need to go out to hustle. You need to go out to hustle. If you lie down to sleep, hunger will kill you. So you must go out to look for what to eat. If it is hawking, if it is, plaiting hair, if it is doing, petty job, selling things, he will go left, I will go right. At the end of the day, we come together. What we gather, we decide on what to use the money to do. And then we buy food and ready for the night. We slept there for almost 1 month until we were able to gather enough money to move. This is the part of me that you don't know. You that is judging me today, telling me, you want to tell me how I will use my money. To you, it looks as if I am stupid. I don't know what to do with money. I don't know how to manage my money. Because you are struggling with your own money, then you think I am stupid. I should keep struggling. I came here in Italy. This is roughly 25 years, getting to 26 years, and here in Italy. But I left Nigeria almost 28 years ago, getting to 29 years ago. So after 29 years, I trekked the desert, drank fuel, because this is the part of me you don't know. When our water finished, the only container left to collect water from the bush where they drove our car was the container containing fuel. They have to wash it, but no matter how you wash it, the fuel is still there. Many people could not drink it. I drank it because I was thirsty. I drank it because the scorching sun, the temperature was so high. You have to drink water, anything liquid. Some people around me were drinking their urine. We were advised to drink our urine because as you are urinating, your body is dehydrating. You need to hydrate yourself. So if you don't want to die, you have to make sure you collect your urine and you drink it back. Thank God I didn't come to that extent of drinking it, but I drank the water that was in the fuel and it purged me for 1 week. I almost died. That was a part of me you don't know. When I came here, when we finally arrived here, just to make a long story short, for me to eat, for both of us to eat, we don't know anybody here. Okay? We don't speak the language. I remember when they used to do like this, I thought they were asking me to come. They were telling me chow chow. I didn't know what chow chow means. When they do chow chow, I will start coming and then they turn and start going away. And I was like, but that person was calling me, why did, it was later I realized that this means bye. That was part of me you never knew. There's something they call charity. You might see many people, many of our boys doing charity. Few girls do that now. I don't know if there's any woman that has ever done it here in Italy. Precisely here in Padua. I don't know if there's anybody, but I was one of the few that was selling charity. I was almost 8 months plus still selling charity. Charity means handkerchiefs, tissue papers, stockings, just hawking in the street to make sure that I feed. I was advised to go into prostitution. I was told, this guy that you are suffering with will one day leave you. You are such a beautiful woman. Why don't you just leave him? This guy is not mature. This guy will never take care of you. They were right. But then I was, as they say, love is blind. That is part of me you don't know. I refuse to go into prostitution. I refuse to go into harlotry. I refuse to sell my body for money. I choose to hawk with him. We will go at the back of train station. I don't want to mention anybody's name, but if they come across this video, they will testify. All the people as at 1997, 97, 98, 99. It was in 99 that we got our document. And then I started to work. That was part of me we never knew. You never believe that that woman you are looking with envious eyes and jealous eyes, condemning with your, that is what we call witchcraft. You think you know somebody, but because of your envy and jealousy of maybe you see them that they are shining, and that shining is entering your eyes, but you don't know the story behind that shining. You don't know the sleepless nights. You don't know the tears that preceded that shining. That is called witchcraft. And that's why karma will catch up with you sooner or later if you have this kind of heart. Because what you sow is what you will surely reap. If you want to reap good things, then be good. Clean your heart. You can be in ministry, you can be in church, you can be a leader, you can be a follower for as long as you want. 20 years, 30 years. But still, if you don't have a changed heart, you are going no, you will not even taste nor smell that heaven. You can preach heaven from here to Jerusalem. You can teach about it, you can talk about it, you can prophesy in tongues. But if your heart is evil, full of wickedness, full of envy and jealousy, that is what is blocking you from prospering and succeeding. That is what is caging you. You remain into poverty. You keep struggling, and you keep pointing finger to that Mr. A or Mr. B, that witch in the village, that your village people that don't want you to prosper. It is not true. Nobody is stopping you from prospering. It is your wickedness of heart, the kind of mindset that you have, the way you treat people, the way you talk about people, the way your heart goes out dark towards people. You are spreading negative energy from your mouth towards somebody you think you know, but you don't even know anything about them. Your heart is condemning, cursing, condemning, and judging an innocent soul that did not even do anything to you, just because you're envious, just because you don't know how to better your own life, just because you cannot humble yourself to ask for information or ask for help. Maybe the person you are judging, maybe the person you are criticizing and condemning, you are already labeling, could be the person that can help you out of that your miserable life. But because you are full of envy and jealousy, because you are full of pride, you're full of pride and prejudice, you cannot humble yourself to ask. Then you end up judging them and condemning them. She's wearing expensive perfumes. She's wearing expensive bags. After 27 years in Europe and after 29 years, I left Africa, and I have been struggling, suffering, untold stories that you don't even know about. Don't I deserve them? And those, before you go about judging me of what you see, how I wear and how I carry myself, whatever, I worked for it. If any man has bought me anything or has given me anything, let the person, you can share this video, tag anybody you want, share this video. Let the person comment under this video that on so occasion, I have helped you with this and that. I have done this or that for you. I have paid rent for you. I have bought car for you. I have bought those clothes for you. I have bought those expensive perfumes and handbags for you. They were all my sweat. Then we pray and expect God to bless us. We pray so that we will reap the fruit of our labor, right? You that is watching this video today, if you have happened to be judging me or anybody around you based on your own jealousy and insecurity, you are envy, and you pray to God, you go to church, because my videos mostly is addressed to Christians because we are very hypocritical. We go to church, we preach, we teach, we call ourselves fathers, we call ourselves mothers, which means we are leaders, right? Or we are followers, we are church leaders, we are walking. Okay, we are working in the church. We occupy a post or a position in the church or an office, whatever is your role that you play in the church. We claim to be righteous. We claim to be holy. We claim to know it all. We claim to have arrived. We are very hypocritical. We are fake. That's why I always shoot my videos addressing these people. And this will let you know why they killed Jesus. Or why they killed John the Baptist. Because they hit the nail on the head. They are not like this. This is what we see today among Christians is like this. They are not straightforward. They are not honest. None of them is honest. None of them is honest. Full of hypocrisy. If you walk in their midst, you will feel the energy. Hypocritical, envy, jealousy. Don't want to hatred. They will be hating you for no reason. Just because they see you look good, you look better than them. Especially among women, they will see you look better than them. They become so insecure. They start hating on you for no reason. But they call themselves leaders. They call themselves pillars of the church. They call themselves mothers in the church. Same thing to the men. That's why there's no success, there's no progress. We should be doing better than what we are doing. We should be living better. But because of our hypocrisy, you cannot entertain negative energy and you expect positive energy, blessings to come into your life when your heart is polluted with wickedness, with envy and jealousy towards your sister, towards your brother, and then you expect something good to come from you. Who are you fooling? Do not be deceived. God is not mocked. What you sow is what you reap. These are the part of me you never know. You only saw Louis Vuitton handbag. You only saw Fendi handbag. You only saw Gucci handbag. Okay? Those are my sweat. I wake up in the morning and I have the desire to buy those things. And I went in search of it and I found it. And when I saw them, I feel like, wow, I love that handbag. And I want to buy it because I want to pamper me. Nobody bought them for me. They were my sweat. And if you judge me on that, you will reap that your reward because you'll be judged. Remember, your Bible says, do not judge, for you shall be judged. The way you judge, the same way you judge, when it comes to your own time, you will be judged. These are the parts of me that you don't know. 4:30 a.m., I will be at the Padova train station. I will take train from Padova train station, 4:30 a.m. every morning. I will go to Dolo. There is a place they pick dustbin. There's this company that picks dustbin, separates dustbin. I worked there for 4 years and 6 months, waking up and getting to the Padova train station not later than 4:30 a.m. in the morning for 4 years and 6 months. I was doing this. And at a point, I started, taking courses to better my life. I decided that this is not going to be my destination. I did not walk through the desert to come and suffer like this. I want my life to be better. And once I decided that I want my life to be better, it looks as if hell was let loose against me. The people that I call my friends, started to betray the trust I put on them. Backbiting started, gossip started. Who does she think she is? Where does she think she's going? Who does she think will employ her? She's black, she wants to go and do this course that only white people does. The people that I put closer to me, they started to abandon me, they started to reject me because I want to upgrade my life, but I did not look at them. These are the part of me that you never knew about, how I fought everybody to be where I am today. I have to fight to save me. I have to fight to upgrade my life because there's nothing bad, there's nothing wrong in wanting to upgrade your life. In coming to a country, you want to integrate yourself, you want to learn the language, you want to understand their culture, understand their way, understand their system, so that you can bring a better experience for you and your family, so that you can create a better atmosphere for your children, to have a better future than the one that you have, to have a better experience than what you have experienced in all your entire life, to live a better life than living a miserable life. Tell me what is wrong in that. You that think you know me, there was a time I have to do 3 jobs, 3 jobs to pay my school fees, to be able to finish my course. Why am I doing 3 jobs? Because the person I called my own husband refused to help me because the people he put around him told him, if you allow her to study, if you allow her to take these courses to start earning better money, she will start to look you from head down. Don't allow her. Not knowing that indirectly they were just being jealous of him because their own wife cannot even have the courage or the stamina to stand and say, I want to work hard to upgrade my life. They were indirectly spoiling the food he's supposed to eat. And today, where are they? They have abandoned him, laughed at him, but then he never knew. I have to stand and fight against all odds. I have to leave my children sometimes 11 hours, they don't see me in a day because I have 2 babysitters. I have one that will come from 6 a.m. to stay with them until like 2-3. Then the other one will come go to pick them from school from 3:30 to 4 and bring them back and stay with them until I come back by 10 p.m. in the night. Don't ask me where their father is because this video is not about anybody. This video is about me, so I'm sharing my own story. Don't ask. It's not to demean anybody or to talk bad of anybody. I have always tried to avoid that. But I have people to testify to what I'm saying. I used to have 2 babysitters. They are still alive and they are here in Padova. One from Congo, one from Cameroon. You that knows me too well to judge me. You never knew that I used to wake up by 4:30 while you were sleeping. I have to go to work and pick dustbin. While you were staying at home, balance, or maybe your wife or your husband balance and take care of the children. My children have to stay and grow up with strangers. Changing babysitter to make sure that I finish my course. Changing babysitter to make sure that I have to go and do 2-3 jobs to be able to pay for my course. I have to do 2-3 jobs to be able to get myself a small car because I used to go on bicycle. Maybe you see me now driving a better car. You envy me. You want to cost yourself, not me. But there's a time with pregnancy, I have to go to the supermarket and buy things. I will hang one bag of the things that I bought on this side of the bicycle, the other side, then my child is at the back with pregnancy. I'll be the bicycle. You never saw that side. You don't see that side. If I have to play it as video, maybe you start shedding tears. Before you judge and condemn somebody, before you bring out your pride and prejudice to condemn somebody, bite your tongue a little bit. Bite your heart a little bit. Because what the tongues produces is from the well of, or the depth of what you have stored in your heart. The tongue cannot produce what the heart does not conceive. The wickedness is conceived in the heart before it comes out from the mouth. People can easily judge you today. I remember when my friend said this to me in those days. Now you are suffering, nobody is seeing you. One day, when you start to enjoy now, that is when people will begin, their tongue will start to move like that of a snake, you know. And I'm experiencing it now. I have not even started enjoying the fruit of my labor, my sweat. I am still working hard to upgrade myself. I'm still raising 5 children alone. Countless sleepless nights. I almost died twice in hospital. That you were not there to see me. That you did not see when I did laparoscopic operation on my right side kidney. You were not there when they were giving up. The doctors were almost like, well, she can't make it. But God said it wasn't my time. You were not there. When I gave birth to my 7th baby, the last one, the 6th one, I almost bled to death. The last one, the 7th one, they were like, there's no way we can stop this bleeding. But God said it wasn't my time. You were not there when I was lying in a pool of blood. And they were using pad to block the blood. There was nothing. They had to get towel, heavy towel, to tap it. They have to give me the second injection before they were able to block the bleeding. And to doctors, when you go to your church, kneel down and thank God for doctors. Many of you that has tongue today to talk wouldn't be alive. You and your family wouldn't be alive. Your children wouldn't be alive today if not for doctors. It's not for your pastors. It's not for your evangelists. It's not for your bishops. It's not for any other person. But thanks to all these doctors that are working day and night. Some of them will operate for 12 hours non-stop. Not eating, drinking coffee to keep them standing. They will be operating and working. If you have not experienced it, go to the hospital and see. We that do night shifts, we know what they go through. Nurses, most of us do night shifts. When you kneel down, you thank God for people that are in the healthcare. They are the people that are saving lives. Let's call a spec a spec. It's time to, look ourselves in the mirror and tell ourselves the truth. Or unless we want to keep fooling ourselves, because you cannot fool another person, you are only fooling yourself. If you want to see change, positive change in your life, you have to start telling yourself the truth. That is the only way you will see positive change. If we keep lying to ourselves, there's no way we will ever change our reality, our experience. We will only be daydreaming, wishing, hoping. May that not be your portion in Jesus' name. These are the part of me you never see. You never see when they were almost throwing me out of the house. You never see that part. I had a husband. I was living with a man. I was working, but we could not pay the house rent. I could not drive a clean car. I have to drive the one that if I'm going on the street, it will be shaking. If I'm going on the street, the smoke will be either black or white because there's no maintenance for the car. The car does not receive any type of maintenance. It is even difficult for us to fuel the car. That is the part you never saw. You never saw when I have to struggle to pay my light bills, to feed my children. There are so many things about me that you don't know. There are so many things, struggles that I went through, sleepless nights that I went through. None of you know about it. Today you see her, she looks fresh. She doesn't look like somebody who has 7 children, right? She doesn't look her age, right? She looks so beautiful. And then your eyes will start turning you. You become jealous, you become envious. The foundation, how I started to work on myself, is through self-love. The reason people don't love their brother and their sister is because they don't love themselves. The moment I decided that I want to upgrade my life, I want to take my life to the next level, I refuse to remain where life pushed me. I refuse to remain in that ugly situation or circumstances. I want to see a positive change. Sometimes people pray from Nigeria to Jerusalem. You pray from Genesis to Revelation. You pray from January to December. Nothing changes, because if nothing changes here, you must speak in tongue. I challenge you. Speak in tongue from now till December 2025. Your life will remain the same. It will even get worse. If you want to see positive change, I want to challenge you. If you want to see positive change, change your mindset. Drop all those rubbish that they have used to brainwash, especially we Africans, they have brainwashed us. Change your mindset, change your belief system, and see how your life will change. Be ready to drop the things that are not serving your highest purpose. Be ready to drop things that are not adding value to your life. The things that are only draining you, wasting your time, wasting your resources, keeping you stuck, distracting you from your goals, from your purpose. This is the only change that you will make. You will see a positive transformation in your life. And not only in your life, you will become a source of inspiration to people that will come in contact with you. If you are a leader, you become a source of inspiration to people that you are leading. That's only when you begin to impact people's life positively. That is only when you begin to bring transformation in people's life. Are you not tired of being tired of your life? Are you not tired of being tired of the kind of life you are living? Is it not time for you to say enough of this nonsense? Let me do something with my life meaningful, something meaningful. Let me bring a positive change. This is what self-love will teach you. The beginning of everything, the starting point is self-love. You can't love your neighbor if you don't love yourself. Your Bible says love your neighbor as you love yourself. Some of you claim to love God, but you don't love your neighbor. Some of you claim to love God, you don't love your sister. Immediately she walk into the church congregation, your heart block because maybe she's shining better than you. You dressed everything you have, put it on, and you come to church hoping to shine better than the other person. Immediately another person walks in and it looks as if maybe what she's wearing is more expensive than yours. Your heart will block. Envy, jealousy, it's wickedness. That day you want to receive blessing. From whom? From devil, obviously. He is the father of all lies. Because if you're living a lie, devil is your father. Is that not what your Bible says? The devil is the father of all lies. I'm not the one that said it. You cannot be embodiment of God, embodiment of light, embodiment of truth, embodiment of love, and you are living a lie, and you expect God's blessings. Who are you deceiving? Who are you fooling? Check your life and see, count it one by one. See where you're supposed to be by now. If it is not because of your mindset, if it's not because of your mentality, it is time we begin to tell ourselves truth, begin to love ourselves, begin to love our brothers, and share love. Be compassionate. Be compassionate instead of always judging people, pointing finger, being envious, greed. The one we have, we are not satisfied. When we see another person, that person's own will be become headache for us. People's lifestyle, the thing that people's life become a problem for us. We carry people's problem, we put it on our own head. You see, that is part of me you don't know. You don't know how much I have struggled in this country. You don't know how I have, worked hard, the extent I have worked hard. This woman you see today, you think you know her very well, that you don't even know. I used to go to Brescia. Brescia is here in Italy. And I will go to the company, I will make a deal. I will buy car plug, chassis, not Tokumbo, not used one. They are all documented. I have before I see. Just a small carton of plug like this. Be more than 20,000 euro. I will buy them and put them in containers into Nigeria. I wasn't doing it because that was what I wanted to do. I was doing it just to please my man. The man I was married to. That was his dream. Business in Nigeria. Against every of my advice. At the end, I was left with debts to pay. My document was involved in borrowing money from the bank, buying all those things, doing business in Nigeria. But at the end, when the business collapsed, I was being left to pay the bills. Because you cannot catch somebody who is not working to pay you. The government will catch the person that is working. They will hold your pay slip. And they will collect money from you every month. That is part of me you never know. And I never complain. I used to have 2 boutiques here in Padua. Managing them, still going to work. I will go to work in the morning. From work, I will go to my boutique. From boutique, I will go and carry my children, carry them up and down, go to their after school activities, go buy things from the supermarket, and I'll still come back to cook. I never had a babysitter to babysit them when I was having boutiques. When I had the babysitter was at the initial stage when I was doing my course. And when I finished my course, I have to bring my own sister here. That is part of me you never know. That I brought somebody from Africa. I came through the desert, but I sent her through air. I paid tickets for her. She flew from Africa here. That is part of me you never know. I don't want to touch that part of the story. As I said, I'm not here to send anybody. But at the end, I was left alone to cater for my children. Okay? When you do something for people, you don't do that thing with expectation that they are going to recognize what you did to them or appreciate it. It is not guaranteed. You just do it from your own good heart. If they appreciate, then you are lucky. How many people brought their brothers and sisters from Africa here in Europe and never end up, tarnishing their own image? I never end up with heart broken. I am not the only one. So I console myself. I have to gather myself and move on. I have to be strong for my children. That is part of me. You never know. Why am I saying this? It is not easy to reinvent yourself. It is not easy to upgrade yourself. It is not easy to say, I'm not going to be in that place where life has pushed me. I find myself in dustbin. I'm not going to make that my destination. I'm not going to make that my last bus stop. I believe that there's more to my life than what I am seeing today. And then you gather your strengths, you gather your resources. You have to crack your brain. You have to think. Sleepless nights. Stay awake. Do mathematics. And then you start to make 1 step, 2 steps, and then you fail. Because at each, nothing is guaranteed. Not that you invest money today, tomorrow you become a millionaire. Most millionaires will tell you how many times they have tried and failed. So it is not, when you see somebody doing better, thank God for their life, appreciate them. Stop being envy and jealous, because it is not easy. It is not easy. And don't judge people based on your own personal experience. If you are struggling in 2022, don't expect me to struggle with you. I have struggled for more than 28 years. I have struggled for more than 35 years. I started struggling while I was yet in Africa. It is witchcraft on your own part to wish me to still be suffering, because in 2022 you are suffering. And so when you see me wear expensive perfume, wear expensive clothes, drive better car, you are judging me because you want me to be and to be experiencing what you are experiencing. That is witchcraft. And yet we call ourselves children of Most High, children of God. We hold the Bible. We are not ashamed of ourselves to hold it. We're not even afraid of God. Nowadays, no one fears God. If it was to be in those days, we open your mouth to mention the name of God, lightning will just strike you down. If it were to be in those days, you open your mouth to mention the name of God in vain, death will strike you. Now we can talk, can quote the Bible, we can teach it, we can preach it, we can useless it the way we want, and nothing happens. When I was doing this course, I have to go in the morning and do cleaning, 3 hours, and then I come back. I will do it from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. By the time I come back, baby starts taking them to school, and then I prepare to go do this course that I'm doing now. Especially when I was doing the practical. You have to do the practical work in the hospital, and they don't pay you. You have to even pay to do the course. Nobody was paying me, so I have to do 2-3 jobs to cover up the expenses, the expenditure, to take care of my children, to get what they need. That is part of me you never knew. You never knew that I used to go to Padova Center, but I'm so scared to enter the shops because I cannot afford them. I cannot afford to buy anything for myself from those shops. That is the part of me you don't know. Up to 3 years ago, I could not afford to buy anything nice for myself. Not that I don't have the money, but after I've paid the debts, the remaining one, I have to make sure that my children are okay. They are my priority. Just a few years ago, after I did the laparoscopic operation, I almost gave up, that I said, it's time you start to take care of yourself too. You can't just be giving and giving and giving. You will die. Don't do this to you. If you die, your children will suffer. Give that love to yourself. You deserve that love. Yes, I deserve that love. I deserve the love I've been sharing to people. I deserve the love that I've been sharing to my family and to my children. I deserve it. It will be an error and a sin on my own part that I will not take care of me. And if I choose to take care of me in any way that is I feel best for me, that is my choice. Why should somebody condemn me? You should have condemned me when I was suffering. You should have condemned me when I was sleeping in that abandoned building with cockroaches all over me, drinking water from a container that was used to fuel the tank. 2 times I almost gave up because of hardships, more than 30 years of hardships. And somebody will look at me today and they want to judge me. Listen, for your information, if I stay here to share my personal experience, what I have been through, this video will take longer than I want it. But there's one thing I want to announce to any of you, that in one way or the other that is going to come across this video, in one way or the other, that you, in your heart, you have nurtured prejudice, you have nurtured judgment, you have nurtured criticism. You know, there's a positive criticism, there's a negative criticism. If you have criticized me negatively in your heart, because many of you will not have the courage to say it, only few of you have the courage to vomit what you have in your heart, because you think you know me very well. And those that have vomited that venom from their mouth, thinking that want to tell me how to live my life, how to spend my money, they don't even know where I live. They don't know my address. They have never entered my house. They don't know how I pay my bill up to date. They don't know how I feed my children. They don't know how I work my ass out to make sure that I put food on the table. I'm a single mom of 5 here in Europe. Nobody is taking care of me and my children. Nobody's giving us. But they will sit in their own house. They want to come and tell me how I use my money. I have never knocked on their door to ask them to borrow me money. I have never called them on phone to beg them for money. I have never asked them for money to support me. Then, just because friends, then it gives them the audacity to open their mouth wide and bring out that their serpentine tongue. They want to shoot, you know, to put their mouth in somebody's life. While I myself, I cannot even have that courage, because there's a way I was raised up. There's a way I was raised up. As the Bible says, train up a child in the way he or she should go. I don't like making people feel bad. I would rather feel bad myself, as take it and feel bad, than giving it back to you the way, like hitting you back the way you hit. Because sometimes I feel like giving it back to them. It's not that I don't have mouths. We all have mouths. But it's just the way that somebody is being brought up. You will swallow. And then when you begin to distance yourself, they will start to ask, why are you distancing yourself? Why are you distancing? How can you keep going to a place that is poisoning your heart? That's making you feel bad. And you keep going. Who are you to blame? Yourself or those people that are poisoning your heart? Can I announce to you? I'm just starting. That good living, that good life, I'm just starting. I am not yet into it the way I want. I want to travel the world. I've not even traveled the world the way I want. I want to eat from the best restaurants, best sleep in best 5-star hotels. I want to bath in jacuzzi bath, swimming pool, jacuzzi. I want to bath there. I want to have massage, you know, get all the manicure, pedicure, all the body treatment that my body, wellness, because I deserve it, because I worked for it, because it is God's will to bless me abundantly, beyond what I can even imagine or ask for. So if you are not okay with it, that is your problem. But remember, what you throw out will come back to you, just like a boomerang. And just like an echo, as you usher it, it will return back to you. So be careful how you treat people. The reason why you are not enjoying your own life, because you're not loving on yourself. You are busy hating on other people. Start to love yourself. When you love yourself, hatred will disappear. Envy will disappear. Jealousy will disappear. Backbiting will disappear. All these ugly spirits will disappear. We are calling on deliverance. Deliverance is not to come and start preaching and speaking in tongue, banging your leg on the floor, disturbing the neighbors, shouting, blah, 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 blah. That's what we do, we Christians. Deliverance comes from change of mindset. Born again means change your mindset. That is what born again is. Period. Nothing more, nothing less. You can pray from here to Jerusalem. You can speak in tongues. You can shout and disturb the neighbors. But if you still keep that your ugly mindset, if you refuse to change your mentality, your belief system, it means that you are refusing to be born again. You are refusing to be born again. Interpret it the way you want it. Describe it the way you want it. Translate it how you want it. Born again is being born again here. It means changing of your mindset, your paradigm. Make a paradigm shift. That is what born again is. Forget about what religion is telling you. Spirituality will give you the truth that will set you free. Jesus practiced spirituality. He never practiced religion. He never started religion. It is the disciples. And we all know about that. I'm not going to touch that side. Jesus never practiced nor started religion. He practiced spirituality. He practiced spirituality. Spirituality will open your eyes. It will give you the awareness, the enlightenment. It will awaken your soul, wake your spirit. We are expected to live a spiritual life. Work on our spiritual life. Live our spirituality. Not being religious. Following rules and regulations that never even will help you to test taste heaven, to smell heaven. Now, you that say that you know me, how much do you know me? And you that are criticizing and judging, how much do you know me to give you the warrant or the audacity to judge me? And this is how you go judging not only me, but that is when somebody behaves, you know that that is who they are. This is how you go about judging innocent people. Does it make you feel better? Does it make you feel less insecure? Does it make you feel less inferior? I hope this speaks to you. I hope this speaks to somebody today, and I hope this brings a change in somebody's life. I hope this brings transformation. All my videos is aimed at, bringing a positive change, encouraging somebody to drop what is not helping them to become a better person. What is your life? What is the meaning of your life if at the end of the day you are not a better person and you die worse than you were born? What gain? What will profit you to live your life and gain the whole world, and at the end you lose your soul? You die miserable, die worse, wretched. May that not be your portion. I'm working on myself. And as I said, I announced to you, I'm just starting. So if you like, keep judging me. If you like, keep being envious. But I would advise you to go, and you that judge me, and not only me, you that like judging people and criticizing people and condemning people because of your own insecurity and envy and jealousy, I would advise you to think of upgrading your life. Think on reinventing your life. Think of leveling up. And stop wasting your energy on people who are busy day and night while you are sleeping, while you are gossiping, while you are going, stalking them on social media platform, looking for their pictures. You are there looking at their pictures, stalking. Then you look at what she wear, how she dress, the way she's standing, the way she's sitting, the way she pose, and then you condemn, you criticize. That is your business. That is your work. That is how you have been employed, okay, by Satanic kingdom, and they are paying you because you are going to reap the payment sooner or later. But I will advise you to get born again. I will advise you to get deliverance. Get deliverance through born again. Change of mindset. Because Jesus is not going to do anything for you. He said it is finished more than 2,000 years ago. He has concluded his work. He will not add nor minus. He has concluded. He has finished his work. It is done. He said, Father, it is finished. Over to you. Your future is in your hand. Your life is in your hand. How you make your bed, you lie on it. This video came like this because I felt this in my heart today. I went out with my daughter this morning, and as I was coming out, we were just discussing, and this thing just came out in my mind, and I told her this evening I'm going to make a video on this topic. I want to share this thing. I want to just throw it out. And I can't share everything in one video. But as time goes on, I'll bring out a little bit information about me that you don't know. You don't know that for more than 10 years, I was working. I could not even eat a penny from that money. I could not even buy myself quality underwears because I have to send the money home to take care of my siblings, to pay their school fees, to make sure that with there's fence in my father's house, to make sure that there's gates, that there's security, that there's lights, there's something. I have to make sure that they feed, my parents feed for more than 10 good years. Every blessed month I'm sending money home, no matter how little. And still I have to take care of my children here, doing 2-3 jobs. Today that it looks as if I'm a little bit easy, not that I'm completely comfortable, then somebody will have the guts to even think of judging me or condemning. I announce to you, I'm just starting. And may God have mercy on you if this is your mindset. And for those of you who have been following me and wishing me well, I wish you well too. Whatever you wish me, I wish you. If you wish me well, I wish you well. If you wish me evil, I return it back to you. Live and let live. That's where I stand. I don't envy people. I try to, when I see somebody living a better life than the one I'm living, I would like to emulate. I will go closer if I can. I will appreciate. When you appreciate good things, they come to you. When you appreciate something beautiful you see about somebody, that's how you attract those beautiful things. You don't attract beautiful things by entertaining negative thoughts and living in negative energy. Darkness and light cannot dwell in one. Immediately in a room that there's darkness, if you put on the light, the darkness will disappear, because the darkness and the light cannot stay in one place. Your heart has to be full of light. There shouldn't be anything like dark. And all these negative thoughts, negative mindset, it's like you are harboring darkness in your heart. And therefore, where there's darkness, there's no light. It is only truth that will bring in the light, that will make the dark to disperse. So begin to love yourself and stop hating on others. You are hating on others because you are hating on yourself. You are hating on yourself and you are hurting. Hurt people hurt others. No normal people go about throwing stones at other people, hating on other people, judging and condemning, criticizing people destructively. You know, what gain are you going to gain from it? What profit? Nothing. At the end of the day, you age and you die miserably. You are not enjoying your life. You are busy stalking people, going through their social media platforms, post pictures, you know, and when you come across them, you are busy assessing them from head to toe. God, that's not it. It's horrible. May God have mercy. And if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, if you like what I do, subscribe and share this video. Don't forget to press the notification button so that when next I upload new content, you'll be the first to be notified. Don't forget to pray for each other. Pray. The world needs our light. The church needs our light even the more. Because the church is not the four-corner wall. It's not the building. We are the church. And we need to be praying for each other. We need to pray for each other. Listen, devil is no longer in the street. Devil is no longer. Satan is not in the street anymore. Satan has rolled his mat and is balanced, eating and dining in the altars of the church. And the rest, you know.